So if you're very bullish on Safe Haven and you are holding the token of Safe Haven, ticker symbol SHA, I would like to share some cryptic information with you. And yes, I have to be cryptic, but all in all, it's very, very bullish. At least in my opinion, it is. How do I know about these bullish details? Because I was a part of it. But if you don't know, and just like how Longino said it in a previous interview with XRP Vechain Dustin about disclosing how Safe Haven was Defi before Defi was hot. Again, continuing being cryptic, there's a crypto that is going to be bringing on a whole Defi ecosystem onto their platform. And I guess you can do your best to connect the dots when these things happen. Again, not going to name the name and not going to go as far as to say that a partnership was made or was it made. I'm just saying that there is very, very bullish things happening around Safe Haven. And if these products can be implemented with this whole new Defi ecosystem that is coming into play, this can be very, very big for Safe Haven and also for the other crypto that is involved. Now, speaking about this other crypto, again, listen to what I'm saying. A whole Defi ecosystem coming on board. All right, you see what Defi has done for Ethereum. Now imagine this crypto having its own Defi ecosystem. Ridiculous, man. Now, please don't go now peppering Longino with questions, and don't go to other members of Safe Haven and pepper them with questions. What I'm doing here is just bringing Safe Haven to the Defi spotlight because Safe Haven deserves a lot of attention, specifically with all this Defi hype that's going on right now. It's just like, again, going back to what Longino said, we were Defi before Defi was hot. So if you're going to be talking about Defi, then I believe Safe Haven should get some much needed attention and well-deserved attention when it comes to not only all their products, but especially with Defi, okay? And that's why when I connect cryptos, I got to believe in them, you understand? And I'm telling you, first of all, I really, really like what I do, you understand? I like cryptos, I like investing in cryptos, but I also like getting involved. And if I believe in that crypto, I want to do my best to help that crypto. And if I have certain connections that I can connect, then I will do my best to bring those two together, or three or four cryptos, whatever the number amount that is, to bring the solution, to bring clarity, to bring much needed attention, to just bring that certain crypto or cryptos that I believe in and I can help the best results. So I, for one, am sharing this information. And again, please do not go and pepper Safe Haven or anyone from Safe Haven with questions about what I'm talking about. Again, spotlight should be on Safe Haven. Again, spotlight should be on Safe Haven. That's what I'm saying. Need to pay attention to them. Look at what they're doing. Look at the products they're bringing in. To see this crypto under $10 million market cap is ridiculous. When you understand what they're bringing, when you understand their products, and understand what they're accomplishing in reference to Safe Haven, this should be at least $100 million market cap crypto. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. And when you hear what's coming out with that other crypto, what they're doing, my gosh, this to me was just a perfect fit, a great partnership in the works that would bring a huge amount of success for both sides and what I would call a win-win. Now, before I get into Vechain and Reserve Protocol, I want to talk about 8 hours really quick. And notice something. I'm not going to be speaking about Matic, even though I just did. Food for thought, connect the dots. But jumping really quickly, first I got to give, again, a special thanks and shout out to Edward Stencil for showing me this video about 8 hours. That's 8 Hours Foundation, ticker symbol EHrT. But in this video, and I believe I'm going to do my best to put this video up on blockchainuniverse.net so you can see it. But in this video, the CEO of 8 Hours, John Dempsey, does a very simple explanation about what 8 Hours is doing and accomplishing, and also goes into greater detail about VIMs and Vim World. Again, there's a lot of exciting things happening around 8 hours. Again, I'm going to do my best to put that video up on blockchainuniverse.net. And so you can get a better explanation about VIMs and 8 hours. All right, let's get into Vechain, and then I'm going to read some interesting stuff about Reserve Protocol, about volumes and listing exchange from Nevin Freeman. So you're going to want to listen to that if you're interested in Reserve Protocol. So now talking about Vechain, and we're going to talk about the Vechain price. All right, I know a lot of people like when we talk about the Vechain price. I mentioned about phases, okay? And I want to be clear about this. The first phase was 0.289, where it was, to where it is now, right? We're hovering close to 2 cents right now. We're still under 2 cents. But that was the first movement. That was the first phase, okay, of the upward trajectory when it comes to the Vechain price. So I'm expecting 3 to 4 more phases, okay? Now, will it be as big as the first one? I don't know. What I will tell you is the last one will be big, okay? So with that being said, and what am I saying the last one? I'm talking about the last one in this bull market cycle, because we have cycles, we have different phases, we have corrections, then we have bear markets. And if we've been looking at the cryptocurrency market and how it's been operating, there's bull markets, then there's crashes. So for this crypto bull run, and now targeting Vechain in this bull market, I'm expecting 3 to 4 more. And I believe the last one should be, if not as great as the first one, it should mirror what the first one did. Now, these next 2 to 3 to 4 should be very, very solid upward trajectory price movement phases, okay? So we saw phase 1 already. We saw where it went. So now building a base here, okay? You hear me talking about building a base, and then we continue going up. So I've seen some people put some certain prices for the end of the year, and I can definitely see that happening. But what I'm trying to do here is not to get you so focused on a specific price, but to really focus on and zero on the phases, okay? So it's looking at it from that point of view where you're like, okay, that was phase 1. The next one will be phase 2. There'll be another phase 3. Now, when you get to phase 3, you got to start thinking, okay, what year we're in? How close are we to year 2022? I speak a little bit about this. I don't want to go too much into this, but I do give hints here and there, especially on Telegram, about 2022, about September, and then 2023 and 2024. I get into these type of hints. Again, I focus on what I look at, on my research, on what I'm doing. I'm really not going off of other people's projections. But I do look at charts. But there's other things as well that I implement and that I'm looking at. But I'm not going to go too much into that. I just really want you to understand that there's, at least in my opinion, this is not financial advice, 2 to 3 to 4 more phases going up in this bull market that we are in. Now, how big will they be? Don't know. But I do know that Vechain, when it moves how? Violently. All right. So just wanted to leave you with that. Now, let me close here with Reserve Protocol. I would love to go deeper into that, but I don't want these videos to go way too long, and that's all right. I can spread out the message in other videos, and we'll continue talking about these phases, especially when it comes to the Vechain price cycles or phases. All right, so let me read this about Reserve Protocol, and then we will conclude this video message. So Nevin Freeman, CEO of Reserve, says, recently, thanks to the community and the trading volume it's brought, there has been interest from a few major exchanges in listing RSR, and we are working on getting RSV listed on those venues as well. Nothing confirmed to announce yet. Nevin goes on to say, we minted the additional RSV in preparation for these potential upcoming listings. We need inventory to provide liquidity so traders have a good experience with low slippage. We will likely unlock some RSR from the Slow wallet for liquidity provision on these new venues as well. Not to use for fundraising, we have years of cash runway already. Now, of course they do. If you haven't seen their investors, go look at who's backing Reserve Protocol. Guys, this is the LeBron James, still in high school. This is one of the no-brainers, just like Vechain, just like Matic, just like Ethereum, that I talk about on a consistent basis. I'm going to close it here. Nevin goes on to say, if you look at the BTC USDT pair on major exchanges, You can see millions of dollars of liquidity on the books 24/7. Listen, we want to eventually get to that point with RSV as well. So connect the dots, listen to what I just read to you, figure it out, do your research. If you do it, I believe you'll understand why I'm so very bullish on Reserve Protocol. And for those coins that I do talk about on a consistent basis, you should do your research on them as well. I'm not just talking a hot mess up here. I'm not just trying to, waste my time and your time. I'm not giving anybody financial advice. I like doing what I do. I like to share about the cryptos that I'm involved in, buying, acquiring, and sharing my research with you guys. But I mean, there's only so much I can do. Then it's up to you and see if it fits your criteria. All right, guys, stay blessed, be blessed. You already know. And let's go!